Yeah, Lanny?
Todd, you're interrupting my radio show.
Come on, dude. Like, me and Gordo want to show you the van you've been letting us rebuild.
That rusted out old 69 VW camper?
Lanny, you know we've been working on the van for 2 months now?
You have?
In the 2 months that I've been at home with this eye tracker installed on my computer, completely functional, I have only managed to go on Twitch TV and use the eye tracker to study while only leaving VODs. For some reason, I never recreated this video using the eye tracker, and since VODs on Twitch TV only last 7 days publicly and possibly on their server, there is little to no evidence left that my studying was being impaired while using an eye tracker. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to recreate this video. Which means I'm going to have to hit the camera. Let's see. All right. My room is very dark. The Lord's Prayer videos are up, but there is no video of me studying for some reason. I've been so differently distracted in so many ways that this task was delayed 2 months while I've been sitting in my room. Someone said the fucking N-word on a stream, so I can't put this VOD up. Let's see. Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah. So since my newest book is a paperback, is a hardcover book, and because my eye tracker only works on the screen, my current studying regimen has not involved any sort of eye tracking, and I think that's a travesty. We're going to go back to the calculus book. Actually, we're going to go to the United States Constitution, which I have open in a tab right now, and we're going to study the Constitution. So that's what we're gonna do today. If my mood makes me unstable, I have to stop. So here it is. Let me hit the lights and then we can begin. Okay. Is it working? Since this is a very bright web page, I think it might be appropriate to change the color of the eye tracker to something that'll contrast more. Maybe something dark blue. Okay, that works. And yeah, let's begin. The Constitution, United States. Transcription. The following text is a transcription of the Constitution. as it was inscribed. Hold on. Oh my god. There. What's it? What's it? What's on parchment? The spelling and punctuation reflect the original. We the people. Oh, I should pull it a notepad. This is my brand. Just if anyone ever wants to make that, I won't hate them for it. Just don't trademark it. This is a good one. Damn. All right. Fuck. How how long? 8 minutes. We're gonna record for an hour. We're gonna record for an hour. We're gonna upload it to YouTube. But that's all. I need to cut it off. I need to cut it off because I can't fucking do this. Can't be fucking doing this. Ridiculous. Can't believe it took so long to make this fucking video. Just assume it hasn't stopped long enough for me to not count it. When I don't mark the thing on there. Basically. The U.S. Constitution. The Constitution of the United States. Today is the 11th of the 19 on the 2024. The Constitution of the United States, a transcription. The following text is a transcription of the Constitution as it was inscribed by Jacob Chalice on parchment. The document on display in the rotunda at the National Archives Museum. I've seen that. It's really cool. The Smithsonian's there. DC is such a cool city. Go to Philly on a bus, get cheesesteaks, check out a graveyard, etc. The spelling and punctuation reflect the original. We the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice, ensure domestic tranquility, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America. I'm going to do a little bit of an unconventional thing. I don't know a ton about law. I don't know a lot about constitutional law. I'm kind of interested in, like, because, you know, they call me Citizen Watch. No. It's a little Sam Hyde reference for you. Boston Ross gave me that one. No, I've been getting more into art and design. I feel like my roots in technology are very stable, and so, you know, when I have the opportunity, I can study something like that. But I want to understand. So it says the following text is a transcription of the Constitution as it was inscribed by Jacob Chalice on the parchment. I think that's interesting. I'm just curious about what my impression about the Constitution is based simply on an analytical sort of breakdown of the spelling and punctuation of the original. I'm not interested in any sort of mysticism. I'm not interested in cults or secret societies or anything like that. I think that I'm kind of going into this with the mindset that the only thing you could really convey through a piece of paper and like this capitalization and whatnot are novel groupings and emphasis. So I kind of just want to get to the heart of like what the American aesthetic was at the time, and maybe compare my notes to what I learned about that. So for now, I'm just gonna be like basically taking note of like key terms and like ideas that may or may not be presented in the Constitution. So yeah. So we have, it starts "We the people of the United States." So there's sort of this thing that they're already doing here. I want to point out. They throw in a preposition and they hit it with the United States. It's not called the United States Constitution. You know, this is before the country really existed. You know, they still had to get people on board for it. So this was the Constitution of the United States, which if you have a basic understanding of history from public schooling in the United States of America, I hope you remember that we started the American Revolution over unfair taxation. I think that's something that everyone can kind of like recall and agree upon, is that America became an independent country rather than an imperial state of Britain because of a lack of representation in British Parliament, leading to what people called unfair taxation. And so we're seeing this thing where it says, where we are kind of evoking like these concepts like people, constitution, and then you see in the same passage we have order capitalized in a similar way, union is capitalized in a similar way, justice is capitalized in a similar way. And I think that is to imply that you could say, we the people of the United States, in order of the United States, to form a more perfect union of the United States, establish justice of the United States, ensure domestic tranquility of the United States, provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare of the United States, and secure the blessings of liberty of the United States to ourselves and our posterity for the United States. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States. That makes a lot of sense to me. Now, as far as like a web perspective, I think we embolden we the people because it's such a common phrase now that the nation is established, now that the union is established, now that we do have Senate, now that we do have the House of Representatives, now that we do have, the judicial system, the executive branch, we have the how am I missing this? Judicial, executive, legislative. I named it. All right. Anyways, anyways, I don't think this is supposed to detract in any way. I don't think it distracts in any way either. I think, I'm obviously privileged. I learned this in AP English 3, but, that just means people learn it at 21, right? People, order, union. I mean, it's all there. It's all preserved. They don't call this punctuation. This is stylized. This is stylized text. And I think it's to unite the modern view on the Constitution with the literal text of the Constitution. I think it's fine. There's nothing problematic about bolding "We the People." I would just probably not do that on my site because it would make a lot of sense when you think about how the United States is structured as like, the states and the federal government. Moving on. So, just putting this here in my notes. Isn't it so poetic to call the country the United States when we recognize that people are the best perspective on their own area, you know? It's almost like they wanted to say the United States of the environment of America, the United States of the people of America, etc. It's very interesting. Moving on. So that's the header. That's the mission statement, the concepts. That is the hero of the website. That is what we're here for. Article 1, Section 1. All legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United... Okay. Before we get too deep into this, since this was supposed to be like an overview of what we're about to go over, I think it might help to like make some kind of diagram. So we have the people, and above these people is some kind of order, orderliness, order priorities, etc. There are many peoples, and these people come to form a union. And this union has several powers, but they're for the pursuit of justice, tranquility, welfare, and securing blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. So there's the people, and there is the people's posterity. Somehow, the people need posterity. So also coming from the people is this notion of posterity. So this union. Oh, now it's gonna get cool. And the union had witches for sure. you know. Anyways, provide for the common defense. So this is probably gonna change. I'm probably going to have to change this as it goes. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States. So I drew something like this. That's how I imagine it. That's how I'm going in. Coach. What was that? Did you... Who is that? Oh my fucking god. I'm gonna move the bike. He's real. So let's continue. Let's see how many of these little doodles we can come up with. Jesus, dude. Okay. Be really useful. Something was automatically tracking the words that were being highlighted, but I don't know how to make a magnified Toby source. I don't know. Need to write something for that, but I'm being impaired. All legislative powers herein granted shall be vested in a Congress of the United States, which shall consist of a Senate and House of Representatives. So the Constitution, in the same way, Congress by means of this? Maybe I drew too soon. So the powers. Let's stay consistent. Let's just stay consistent. So the Constitution gives powers to Congress. Now I know it's a balance of powers, which is then a Senate and a House of Representatives. Section 2. The House of Representatives shall be composed of members chosen every second year by the people. Year. That's deep. That goes deep. Hold on. I gotta focus. I gotta focus. Gotta focus. All right. Year of the United States. Time will be upheld by all of this. So I'm going to put year up here. House of Representative shall be composed of members chosen every year. Every second year by the people of the several states, and the electors in each state shall have the qualifications requisite for electors of the most numerous branch of the state legislature. Here we go. The electors in each state shall have the qualifications requisite for electors of the most numerous branch of the state legislature. Alright, I gotta Google this. Right. So right now it's just everyone 18 and up, basically. What do they mean by this? Because each state had its own state legislature. Hello? U.S. citizen, be a registered voter, not have been convicted of a felony involving accepting or giving or offering to give any bribe, the embezzlement of public money, extortion, or theft of public money, perjury, or conspiracy to commit any of those crimes. It's your guys' fault. Moving on. Served no more than 12 years in the state senate. Not have served 2 terms. So do you lose your right to vote after you served it? What? There must be like an addendum or something for that. I've not served 2 terms in the state senate since November 6, 1990. Or he or she was elected to the state senate before June 2012. Not have served 3 terms in the assembly since November 6, 1990, if he or she was elected in the assembly before June 2012. Didn't it happen in Bellflower? Pretty sure that went down in Bellflower. Interesting. So we're seeing like this this composition and decomposition of these sort of like these so within the articles we see the composition and decomposition of these United States as it goes from you know, the people to the federal government, back to the states, back to the people. And there's sort of like this overarching contingency being introduced about time. Like time is like a big part of this document. We've already seen year capitalized. These are things that this document was created, and the documents that were created after it should reflect some sort of finality about people's lives that is sort of emblematic of like our state of minds. And the idea is that if what we believe about time doesn't somehow manifest itself as some kind of, you know, tranquility, justice, welfare, and blessings of liberty for all the people in the United States, then there is some sort of dysfunction happening, like according to the Constitution. So maybe that is a bit enlightening when we start to study the Victorian era and gender roles as they were reflected in the Victorian era, because by the time we reached the early 1900s, we were seeing women actively pursue an equal place in society as men through these constitutional rights that are given to them. So at some point, what we believed about these blessings of liberties was proven to be false. What we believe about this justice, this tranquility, and this welfare was proved to be false. And that was that should have been the driving force behind these flappers, behind the suffragettes, behind other women's rights activists. I mean, now we really can think of didn't Mary Shelley use a pseudonym? Who used the pseudonym? Famous female writers using a male pseudonym. Get the fuck out of my country, dude. Yeah, but who's the one that I learned about in school? There's one of these that I learned about in school. Maybe her. George Eliot. George Eliot was really notable for this. And probably why Little Women is taught so much in public schools is that we're supposed to be able to come back to this information and be like, yeah, Little Women was about demonstrating that there is some kind of like economic deficiency when women have to represent themselves as men in business. That there is sort of like this transparency necessary to fully understand ourselves and our surroundings. I mean, what is Little Women about? Little Women is a coming of age novel written by American novelist Louise May Alcott, originally published in two volumes in 1868 and 1869. The story follows the lives of the four March sisters, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy, and details their passage from childhood to womanhood. According to the literary critic Sarah Elbert, when using the term "Little Women," Alcott was drawing on its Dickensian meaning. It represented the period in a young woman's life where childhood and elder childhood are overlapping with young womanhood. Fucking man children. Each of the March sister heroines has a harrowing experience that alerts them and the reader that childhood innocence is of the past, and that the escapable woman problem is all that remains. Well said, but maybe not well understood. So there's this idea that people also become electors. And that these electors play a key role in choosing these members. No person shall be a representative who shall not have attained the age of 25 years and have been 7 years a citizen of the United States. So they're saying you have 25 tries to participate and make a difference. So by the time you're 43, you should get it or something. I don't know. It's fun. It's really fun. I would say the Constitution is written in a way that's fun. It's fun to brainstorm about. Given terms, that provides some of flexibility. And categories that allow for descriptiveness. All right. Oh my fucking god. That was not me. And the camera's frozen again. Who keeps fucking with my camera? Oh, fuck. Okay, before we move on, I'm just gonna say, yeah, common defense is obviously a very different term. In the last 10 minutes here, I'd like to shift gears into a piece of material that I do not need to take notes on. It seems that the time that I take to take notes, is distracting from the fact that I am being kept from expressing information that I already understand. There's information that I already understand that that should be easy for me to grasp and hold in my short-term memory while I read. So we're returning to the multivariable calculus. Continue this later. I'll do more of that tomorrow. My cheeks are hot. Oh, my cheeks are so hot. Ah, fuck. Oh my god. It's like trying to poke my eyes with my hairs. My head. Oh, my fucking head hurts. Oh my fucking god. Let R denote the set of real numbers. Its elements are also called scalars. If n is a positive integer, then R is defined to be the set of all sequences x of n real numbers. The elements of R are called points. I think this should stop. How is this real? I don't feel safe around anyone who thinks I'm communicating anything but with my mouth. What are my eyes doing? What are they fucking doing? I'm seeing one thing right now. My head. My fucking head. I can't. I have to re-record the video because I have to spend more time looking at the screen. Okay. I'm doing the same video. It's gonna be all in one. We're just gonna edit it. Being attacked by people trying to attack me. I don't know. Yet another oversight that's gotten way out of hand. Maybe if an oversight committee showed up, people would be more receptive to new technology, but apparently they just don't. They just don't. Anyways, to do another hour. I don't want to hear any complaints about what I look like. Poison. Anyways. This person's mentally ill and they're trying to deceive me. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm being assaulted. If you would measure, I'm being assaulted. There it is again. What is that? What is that? And then the thing does a different thing to me. The DEW. It does something different to me. It's all one fucking attack. It's all one assault. This is one onslaught. This is all a single onslaught. Trying to focus. I'm trying to move my head to read this page. but I'm not being allowed to read the page. Anyone who thinks that this is excusable needs to be put in a camp. Enough said. It's not enough said. It's fucking never enough said. Because there's always some stupid motherfucker trying to drown me out. It's never enough said. It's never enough said. Some dumb fuck wants to drown me out. It's never enough said. It's literally never enough said. You can do it. I believe in you. And the camera's down. The other camera's down again. I paid for it. I had to forego other options for that. Those options are no longer available to me in this shitty fucking oligarchical system. It's just layers. It's just fucking layers of superstructures. It's layers of superstructures dominating the legislative process in a way that doesn't give me a chance to express myself. Doesn't give me a chance to express myself. It doesn't give me a chance to reproduce socially, to perform social reproduction, validation of concepts that are safe. It doesn't let me educate myself. It doesn't let me live without other people trying to come into my life, which isn't even true anymore, because it has to let me live, because enough people are a part of this superstructure that fucking fucks with my ability to express myself, that suddenly I'm this liability thing that people can bring the law in for. I want my shit. I want these people to stop wasting their time, close every bar, ban every game, ban every private school. And I'm serious. And I'm serious when I mean this. I need a fucking reverse curfew. I need people to be the fuck outside at the same fucking time. It's fucking ridiculous. My power went out yesterday. Because apparently it's okay for someone to use some kind of fucking bullshit to fuck with the electricity in my house. I think it's okay to do that to my car. They think it's okay to do that to anything. They don't understand MO. They don't understand what it means. They don't want to live legally. Because they're a bunch of dumb shits who know more about fucking killing people than they do about how they fucking live. Is it gonna let me move my head? Those are all muscles. Every time I try to study. And apparently I'm the only person it's happening to, so I'm a big fucking liar. Unless you want to fucking back me up. Let R denote the set of real numbers. Let... Oh, I want to read it. I want to read it. Fucking kill yourself. Don't fuck with me. These aren't politics. This is tyranny. They broke my fucking OBS too. Look, it's none of my shit's working. It's supposed to restart those. Oh! Oh, suddenly my shit's working again! I'm serious. These people need to die. Whoever made this needs to die. Whoever's hosting this needs to die. Everything needs a factory reset. And places need to be selectively reintegrated into the larger internet, or you can restructure it from the big data companies that profit from this lack of oversight. Which means you gotta run for office no matter what, buddy. Like it fucking says. I don't care about imaginary concepts. I don't care about social constructs. I care about deconstruction. I care about restructuring. Fuck you. I'm telling you right now, the golf course doesn't help. The country club doesn't help. The expensive restaurants don't help. Any sort of luxury that isn't being made available to a majority of the people in this country do not help. Not a single one of them helps. They all hurt. It would be so easy. It would be so fucking easy if these people were just taxed into the middle class. If you could fucking trapezoid that shit, it would be over. It would be fucking over. Every fucking form of tyranny on earth would not be able to sustain itself if you reform taxes in America. If you ban private schools in America. If you removed the notions of legacy and the notion of marriage in America. If the funds literally had to be distributed to their fucking neighbors, to everyone in the fucking country, if there was a check I got every fucking year from old people fucking dying, then maybe shit would work. Let the IRS do it. I can't. It's not letting me. It's not fucking letting me.